you guys need any sort of grinding services done, hit up my guy Cliff2_3 on Twitter. Fast and reliable clutch time, unlimited draft domination for the end of 2K22 or the start of 2K23. Get up with my guy Cliff.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. Breaking news from the NBA. Adrian Wojnarowski, our senior NBA insider, with us. Woj, what do you have?
What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking a scroll through 2K Wojs, okay? Splash Edition. Make sure to go follow my boy, 250K Champ, man. Make sure to go follow my boy. And we're going to be taking a scroll through, his tweets talking about the game. Now, what is the purpose of this video? Well, we can't really release actual gameplay footage of this, but we can release stuff about the game. And Splash has the game, and he is, experienced a lot with it. So we're going to be looking at that. Now, before I dive into it, guys, if you are new to my channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. We're going to be starting from the top and just scrolling down. So a lot of this stuff is for my players, park, stuff like that. A lot of it's for my team. But we're going to be talking about it and how it affects my team specifically, okay? Let's start from the top. For everybody asking, a big guard is considered any guard 6'3" and up. We're coming from a game with 5'9" and 5'10" point guards. So that's my definition of a big guard. Okay, that's for pro-am type talk, okay? It says, no matter the game mode, 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, if you want to leave a player open until he shows you he can shoot, I doubt he hits a white. So the less skilled shooters need to go rim run at the moment. Now, I've heard a lot of kind of backlash on this just because I've heard a lot of people saying it's only for Hall of Fame difficulty. Now, they're like MosBallin said for difficulties that, average people are going to play. In my team, it's not that bad. You still hit occasional whites. Now, the problem I have with the green or miss system, which we'll talk about on Hall of Fame, is obviously for comp players, I'm fine with it. But what about players who don't play on LAN? What about players who play on Wi-Fi who, it's harder to time shots, stuff like that? That's just kind of where I have the problem with it. Hard to test, but the reaction time for defense didn't look that bad as far as sliding every play. Not 100% on it yet, but definitely less sticky than Blast. 2K's on ball, which is good. I like that, for on ball defense. Dribbling in place and dribbling in game are two totally different things. You really got to dribble with a purpose, with stamina on when a defender is in front of you. That's what I'm saying. And I even tweeted about it today. I've seen these videos of people saying, man, I can move and groove on this game, and they don't even have stamina on. Like, obviously you can move and groove. Next up, from a comp perspective, basically in those videos they just showed with a certain amount of 3-ball they could green. So with an 85 rated 3-ball, you can green from about 35 feet away, even with no badges. With a 70 rated 3-ball, you can green consistently. I saw somebody greening consistently with Jarrett Allen on Hall of Fame. From a comp perspective, this game is dumb hard. No more to be said. Okay, well, I mean, I'm glad. Pro-am thing. Dexing is probably the best it's ever been. Off-ball movement is crazy. If the right person is dexing, it might be over with, especially if they got slippery off-ball. And again, more pro-am park type stuff than my team in general. Okay, the guy asks, is shooting too hard in your opinion? I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say for the greater popularity, it won't be like that much. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm all for shooting should not be that easy. I'm all for it. But in my opinion, and this is my opinion, shooting was really easy last year. And I'm gonna play devil's advocate. And instead of saying it should be green or miss, how about we make the green window smaller and whites just simply don't go in as much? What's the problem with that? If we want to make shooting harder, make the green window smaller, and then make whites not go in as much. I don't care if the occasional white goes in. If it's wide open, cool. That's my fault. That's bad defense. But the green window should not be what it is. Somebody with a 70 rated 3-ball, it should be darn near impossible to green 4 shots in a row. And it's not right now. The green window, it looks like, is massively huge. And I'm not a big fan of that. I would rather the green window be smaller and whites drop it a little less ahead of next year. Because on next gen right now, the green window is absolutely massive on 2K22. So hopefully next year, 2K23, they kind of can fix that and fine tune that. Okay, can you please tell these people if you don't green that it's not going in? Been on since 2 p.m. on Superstar. Seen 2 whites drop on Hall of Fame. I still haven't seen a white drop. Again, for me, in my opinion, if somebody doesn't green, I guess it's their fault. But I'm just saying, I don't think this is going to fix people greening lightlies. I don't think it's going to fix people. Because the way I look at things, it's like, okay, Look at the way of basketball. Greening shots is such a small thing in my team. And what if a dude, again, is playing on Wi-Fi? What if a dude has a game in which his controller is tweaking out? What if those things happen? For example, Splash comes to Xbox. We know when Splash comes to Xbox, he has not shot the ball well. He's not been able to green. When I come to PlayStation, what if I'm not able to green? I get it. It should be a skill gap, but it shouldn't be the main difference between me winning a game and losing a game. And if you guys disagree with that, I don't know what else there is to say. When I play people on PlayStation, if they leave me wide open because I just simply can't time a shot with the PlayStation controller, they don't deserve to win. They should have to play somewhat good defense. I'm sorry, that's my end of the story. I get basketball as a make or miss game. Make the green window smaller, make it more difficult to green shots, but don't make that the only skill gap. I don't like that. And that's just my opinion, okay? To make a god tier build, it seems like you can't, do 2 with 1, which makes sense there. Setting called shot timing release. This has been interesting, okay? It speeds up when you want to release your shot. Very early makes your shot feel like it's on 5 out of 4. Early makes it feel 4 out of 4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what I've seen is you can adjust it in your settings. You can basically when you want your shot timing to be. So I don't know if there's a normal setting, but normal would be like what it was last year. Obviously, you can put it on very fast where you just have to barely tap the square button and it's already up. You can put it on early where it basically feels like a fast release, or you can adjust it to later on. So that's just going to be something to look at. I've seen that early is the best so far. Makes it feel like a very quick release. But yeah, just something to look at here is the shot timing as far as my team. That should be really interesting. Running alley-oops are still bad. It slows down, so you have to time it. It's very easy to recover. Standing oops are pretty soup. So it looks like alley-oops aren't really going to be that big of a thing as what I'm seeing. There's right now big guards over small guards. That looks like for, again, Pro-Am Park type stuff. Stretchers can shoot over smaller players if they do not put a hand up, no matter what the contest says. Look, I don't mind that. Because I feel like tall players could shoot over smaller heads, but I feel like they could a little bit this year. Like at the end of the year, Chris Stapps could shoot over a guy like Michael Jordan. So, I mean, I feel like that's, maybe going to be the same thing. This game is going to be harder than 21 current gen. I hate when people say 21 current gen was hard. 21 current gen was maybe the easiest game to play I have ever seen. You had the snatchback, which would snap ankles in half. You had the ankle breaker animation, which was horrible. You had the speed glitch. 21 current gen was maybe the easiest game ever in the history of my team. So I don't know why 21 current gen is a skill gap, but if this game's anything like 21, look, it's going to be really easy. If you think hard is fun, skill gap to be everything is fun, you should enjoy this game. This is what I like. I love Splash. But when comparing this skill gap to 21, I just don't know. The blitzes got slowed down, and it throws you out of the play a lot more than past years. So if you are a blitz-heavy lockdown, you might want to be a little more passive, okay? I don't know. I like being able to blitz. I don't know. In order of importance of what build will, have the most impact: lockdown, center, sharp, power forward, point guard. Okay, the better lockdowns will run the game. In order of importance, I think strength kills speed. Now that's interesting because I feel like speed has ran the game, especially early on. Now it's looking like strength is an important stat. Very interesting. Euro stepping and hop stepping are back to the skill gap to driving. I used to love Euro stepping in 2K19, so I'm glad it's back. One thing I don't like, he says a mini ankle breaker animation, but like in the paint. I hate that because if somebody hop steps and stuns me, I already know they're pumping. The corners are gonna drop, and it's just gonna be an absolute mess. So again, I hope my corners don't drop, but again, we'll see. Hopefully the ankle breaker animation isn't like overpowered in a sense. Multiple dunk packages are nice this year. You guys can see that. Chase downs aren't looking nearly as crazy as it was 2K22. If you guys know anything about 2K22, you couldn't just go up with a normal dunk, man. It was nearly impossible. You'd get blocked from behind. So hopefully this year it looks like he says if you have an open lane, you can take it up every time. Hopefully that is the case. Dunking is crazy OP if you can figure out how to do the Mortal Kombat combo. So yes, to activate the dunk meter, you gotta like flip up and down, down and down. I don't know. It's weird. A lot of combos to that. But it looks like there's going to be a skill gap with that as well. With play take, your adrenaline boost comes back faster, but it's still not instant, so you can't spam dribble. I like that. Let's see. Fades are back. I'm hearing right now fades are running the game. So obviously you have to green it. Basically, otherwise you're airball it. But yes, green, especially like the tray fade, supposedly running the game right now. Screens hit like 2K17 minus them falling on the ground, but you get clipped almost every play. So it looks like screens are going to be overpowered. Bumping takes like 15% of your stamina, so once you start getting bumped, you might want to get rid of that ball and get it back. I just know my full court press is going to be tough with the new bump and you know, stamina attributes. Full bars are out the game. I'll believe this when I see it, but he says full bars are out the game. I guess we'll see. If I shoot a full, I just don't know what else there is to say. If you can time layups, you can slash. Yeah, layup timing is going to be interesting this year. I mean, you're going to have to lock in on layups. That's going to be very interesting. I don't know what else there is to say about that. Definitely going to be interesting. You can spam in place, but the stamina depletes very quickly. So for dribble heads, you better go do those drills and get some Gatorade. Again, that's for, you know, park, pro-am, those types of things. Post fades are back and better. I've seen literally highlights of post fades. Yes, they are overpowered. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Post fades are literally overpowered. You don't manually contest, they shoot in your mid. The guard up badge is crazy. It says 30%. It's looking like that screen ghost exists, but not mattering right now. Again, to me, it just feels like you can green heavies or green like 30%. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. If I shoot a wide open corner three, I should get rewarded more than just being good at one thing, and that's timing shots. If I swear, if the shooting skill gap is just a massive green window, that's not a skill gap. I'm sorry, it's not. I don't stand up for that. It's not it. Look at, you know, meta jump shots. We're talking about that. Rebound animations fly every which way, but if the center is better positioning, they get the board. It looks like. Seems to be a gather before bursting. Okay, so that's just about quick stops right there. Plugs in the paint are the best. So yeah, somebody gets in the paint, it looks like you just, you know, spam square, and then, you know, you'll get obviously rewarded for that, which I don't necessarily know about all that. If you foul at all once the ball is on the ground off rebound and a player on the rebounding player's team is past half court, it's a transition take foul. Free throw, reset, shot clock, and ball back. The counter is to foul off the rebound. Anything after that is a transition take foul. So, here's the deal, guys. If you miss a shot and you are holding the foul button, but it could be simply put too late. It also says fast break defense is fixed. They don't drive to the paint on breaks and give up a three. That's good. I'm glad that's the case. So, maybe you don't have to do take fouls. That would be fire. Threshold for hitting consistency was like 78. Base 3 is gone. Set shot 25 is gone. Okay, we all kind of knew that was happening. It looks like D-Wade and Patty Mills are slow versions of 98. Luka base is dead. It's crazy slow, now slower than current gen 22. That's tough. Luka base, not what it was. That's really tough. It says game is catered towards the better players. That's cool. Dribbling with the defense in front of you is in the defender's favor. We kind of knew that was happening. So yeah, man, a game isn't fun. I'm airballing slightly late. That's just not okay. I'm sorry, man. That's not okay. Scotty behind the back patch. I mean, you can scroll through these forever, man. I just feel like greening is going to be so important in this game, which I get it, but greening a 50 or 80% in the paint is just ridiculous, in my opinion. It's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully each and every you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.